welcome to the second session today of the European Aquatics Youth Artistic Swimming Championships and the Komen Cup. We're once again at the impressive Olympic Aquatics Centre in Athens. Many events have been hosted here over the last years for artistic swimming, including, of course, the Olympic Games. Hard to believe that was 20 years ago. So the countries that will be participating in the free combination today are just being introduced on the stage. Just 2 from each country represented on the parade. But when it comes to the teams, it's between 8 to 10 in each team. Altogether, there are 187 athletes from 23 member federations. The age group is between 13 and 15 for the women and up to 16 for the men. So many of them experiencing international competition for the very first time. Earlier we saw medals awarded in the solo free final. France took the So no scores are added from the figures competition that took place yesterday. They can be as creative as they want to be, and certainly we like to see if they can try to tell a story with a theme of some kind. It's a combination of solos, duets and teams. And whilst the solo duet swim, then the rest of the team stay close to them and keep the choreography fairly minimal, although these days they do a little bit as well, but shouldn't really distract away from the soloist or the duettist. There are required elements that they have to do. 4 team acrobatic moves, 1 solo hybrid, a duet hybrid, and 3 team hybrids with a minimum of 4 athletes. So the judges are being introduced. The element judges, they purely look at those 9 elements that I was talking about. So the 4 acrobatic moves and the hybrids as well. All of the bits in between, they don't look at all. That's down to the artistic judges. The artistic impression, they look at the choreography, the musicality, the presentation, and the transitions as well. Because of the rule changes that came into force last year, then they also have the difficulty technical controllers. They look at the coach cards and they make sure that the routine is done exactly as per the coach card for the assigned degree difficulty. If any of the hybrids, if the moves are missed or not executed fully, i.e. maybe they don't get round in a 360 turn when they should, then the degree difficulty for that hybrid goes down to a 0.5. And it makes a big difference because the element score is multiplied by that degree difficulty. And then because it's a team event, we also have synchronization technical controllers, and they are looking at the timing between all of the athletes and giving deductions of 0.1 for a small error, 0.5 for obvious, and 3 points or more for a major error, especially if it does go on for a little while. So that was the start list. Israel swimming last in 10th place. So because it's being held in Greece and they wanted to give some of their other swimmers the opportunity to compete in front of the judges, we do have a pre-swimmer today. And those pre-swimmers are from Greece, obviously. So they will be starting first, but they don't, their scores won't count within the overall scores. But what a great opportunity for them. So the number 2 team from Greece, the theme of this is winter. It's the same music as the free team. And they start with a degree difficulty of 39.75. Very quickly into the first balance acrobatic move. And now the first of the hybrids. Just need to be a little bit careful on the timing. Bringing out the theme of being cold within some of the choreography. Just slightly different emphasis from some of the athletes. Very hard to get it perfectly synchronized, but that's what they need to try and do. Nice on the balance. And now into the first hybrid for the soloist. Making her center stage. That was good, just moving a little bit too far backwards though. Of course, the duet and their hybrid. Very nice on the turns and good height. Very nice speed of movement. Now the airborne jump, over she goes. On the whole, a very good performance from the second team from Greece. They needed to be careful on the synchronization, particularly on the move where you bring your legs down onto the surface of the water, the tabletop movement as we call it, because they had slightly different emphasis on those particularly. That sort of stood out for me. But I liked the way it all came together, and your focus was very much on the soloist with the team doing the circle around her. And then the duet staying very close to the team as well. And that's important so that the judges keep all of the athletes within their vision throughout the whole performance. see a lot of hard work has gone into getting that together. I'm sure they were thrilled when they learned that they were going to have the same music and the same theme as the free team, these slightly older athletes, slightly more experienced. I think they need to get a slightly larger sofa here, but joined by their coaches Anastasia Gutseva and Natila Chenesteka. So although they will get a score, it won't actually count towards the overall rankings because each country is only allowed to have one team represented. So I talked about hybrids and acrobatic moves. So if you are fairly new to the sport of artistic swimming, with the acrobatics, there are 4 different types of moves they can do. There can be airborne, which is where you have the featured swimmer in the air, and they went with that choice for their final acrobatic move. You can have balance, which again is a featured swimmer, but she's supported on a stack, or he is supported on a stack. And the judges also look at how high out of the water the stack is. So it's not all just about the featured swimmer. Then you can have a combination, which is a bit of airborne and balance combined, where they can leap across onto the support of another athlete, or actually through the support, where they just quickly hold and then they carry on through. And then the original way of doing acrobatic moves, which is the platform, which is more of a stable support. And the platform will be maybe one swimmer just lying there with the other athletes standing up on her and the ones underneath giving them all the support that they need. Or it might be a little sort of float pattern with one swimmer in the middle. It all sounds very complicated, but it does all come together. The secret is to get in and out of the acrobatic moves very quickly. They are very high risk. Things can easily go wrong, especially on some of those balance moves. But they will have really worked very hard to try and get them right for this competition, all of the teams. It's risk and reward. The higher degree difficulty they go for, if they don't get base marks, then they naturally stand a good chance of being up on the podium because the elements are multiplied by that assigned degree difficulty. When it comes to the hybrids themselves, there are different families for them to choose from. So they can do rotations, they can do flexibility moves, they can do static moves, and also high thrusts as well. It's entirely down to the choreographer to show off the strengths of the athletes that she has got working. So difficulty of 13.4, so they have got base marks unfortunately, and a few synchronization errors there. So a routine score of 146.7563. Quite a few base marks I'm hearing. On the right-hand side of the screen, you will see that they have a bonus of 40. That's 40 points extra if they're not underneath the water for more than 50% of the routine. That's to encourage more artistry, but also it's for the safety of the athletes. But we now start with the competition proper. Having very much enjoyed the performance from the second Greek team, we now move on to Spain. Silver medalists at the last European Youth Championships, bronze medalists from the World Youth Championships. This is In Search of Hope, the music Stairway to Heaven. Previously used by the senior team a long time ago, so they wanted to recognize that. Third highest degree difficulty, 41.12. quite a long wait here. The whistle went quite a long time ago. That's the referee blows the whistle. And then the referee has to blow the whistle again if there's a problem. But the athletes aren't allowed to move and depart from the pool until the referee has blown that whistle, which, well, I assume she has now. You see a problem with the music. Coach is giving them lots of support on the side. Really encouraging them, high fives, even though they haven't actually done anything yet. That's really nice to see. Very, very hard when you're nervous, you visualize the performance, you dive in and you get ready to start, and then nothing happens with the music. As I said, the music they're going to be using is Stairway to Heaven.
Please welcome routine number 1 from Spain.
Take 2 for routine number 1. Spain, medalists at the last European Youth Championships and World Youth Championships, aiming to be top of the podium here in Athens. The theme, In Search of Hope, Stairway to Heaven. Very difficult balance there. It's easy to fall off the feet. And again, bonuses because of the hands holding, being upside down. Such a beautiful hybrid there from the soloist. 7.7 difficulty. Packed full of content. And onto the support. Straight into the connection. 4 pattern changes within this hybrid. What a performance there from Spain. They certainly put everything into that. And really nice that they decided to recognise what the seniors had done with Stairway to Heaven. On social media, the seniors swimming that routine has really done the rounds. On YouTube, it's had over 19 million views. Quite incredible. So this team come from different clubs, and then they have training camps to prepare for the competition. A lot of the team are new this year, so they've only been together for a short time to be able to prepare for this competition. Spain have already won a medal here, taking a silver in the men's free solo with Enrico Sanchez, who was the reserve for this team. The teams are mixed, so men can be included as well. Coached by Nerea Sanchez and Sandra Montes. Choreography Natalia Didchenko. Very nice on that first acrobatic move. And the duet, well, they were very well synchronized. There was one acrobatic move that I wasn't sure whether it had been done correctly, but sometimes it's very difficult to see because we have a very different view than the technical controllers have. So, of course, their decision is a final. I try not to get too involved in whether I think it's a base mark or not, because the angles are completely different. But very much enjoyed the performance. So 41.12 was the difficulty assigned. So that's what they will want to see come up. When the scores come up, that's what the coaches will be looking at. Everybody these days, one of their main aims is that it is a clean swim. The synchronization deductions come off the element score. So you will see those on the screen as well, towards the right-hand side, next to where the bonus points are for the apnea. A lot to take in a short space of time when the scores go up. But the main things to look for are the element score, the artistic impression scores, and whether they have got a clean swim. And they have. It's a clean swim for Spain, and look at what this means to them. Excellent scores across elements and artistic impression. Only 8.8 deduction on synchro errors, which for a team is very good. 266.7168. That will be the score to beat. They have the third highest degree difficulty. Now they have a bit of a wait to find out if it's a podium place. The team from Estonia, fairly new to international artistic swimming. They start with a difficulty of 22.4, and they have a theme of witches in the world of magic. Through the support there. If they stay close on the patterns, then it does very much help with their setting up of the acrobatic moves. 2 pattern changes here for bonuses. Just need to watch the execution and not rush out of the hybrids. So the duet are over on the right-hand side there doing their hybrid. On the unbalanced moves, you have to get the angles exactly right. Very hard to synchronize so many athletes. And the airborne acrobatic move with somersault. Nice the way they combined with the soloist there. Be careful on the alignment. And leaving the last of the balance moves right until the very end. As I said before, it's also important from the judges' point of view that they look at the support swimmer underneath as well to make sure that the height is there. Great to see Estonia competing here. I felt that they did look a little bit nervous, and if the swimmers look nervous, then it's difficult to relax and enjoy that performance as much as you would like to. It looks like they've worked really hard on their hybrids, on the synchronization, but actually on the transitions, on all of the bits in between for the artistic impression, which some would say is the easier part of it, and I say that in inverted commas. That was where a lot of the synchronization errors came into it. The music was No Glory, End Credits, and Beetlejuice soundtrack. The athletes really wanted to be in the guise of witches and have a night gathering. They did compete in Finland earlier this year when they did take the gold on that occasion. But as part of the routine, they really try hard to tell a little bit of a story about witches. That's what I mean about the synchronization on the arms. When they come up after the hybrid, they're all coming up at slightly different times, which impacts on the overall look and feel. They are more inexperienced, so from the execution point of view, they're going to build on their technical skills, and I very much look forward to seeing them compete in the future as they continue to grow in the sport and have more competition experience. Part of the story within that performance was showing the appearance of evil spirits from the volcano, preparing a potion for witchcraft, fighting with bats, and then the main witch who started the Sabbath dance. So they really did have an idea for the creativity. So Spain, 266.7168. Greece, although their scores don't officially count in the competition, still came in with 146.7563. Estonia very much here for experience with their coaches Anton Raznov and Snia Grabstuk. But technical controllers obviously looking at this in detail. Very hard job that they have to do to watch all 10 athletes. And if one of them makes a mistake, then it goes down to a base mark for everyone. So it's quite a responsibility for the athletes. They certainly wouldn't want to let their teammates down, but it's all very much a big team effort, and certainly isn't a blame culture at all. So difficulty has reduced from 22.4 to 12.45, so that affected the element score. Nice to see them in 70 point something for the artistic impression. A large number of synchronization errors, which I was expecting really. An overall score of 134.9459. So putting them into second place behind Spain at the moment. Very much looking forward to seeing this team from Switzerland. It's about horror movies. They start with a difficulty of 33.45. Straight into the hybrid for the soloist as they now prepare for the airborne acrobatic move. And that was beautifully done. A lot of height. Pretty definite on the moves. There'll be 2 pattern changes here. Very nice on the intensity. Just slightly losing the patterns. Oh, very nice on the balance. Showing good height here. The athletes keeping the knees dry when 2 legs are out of the water. Showing good technical skills. As we move into the hybrid for the duet. And another acrobatic move. The duet doing their hybrid at the moment. There they are. getting very good speed into that. Nice transitions and artistry. Very slick on the pattern changes there. 3 pattern changes in total on that last hybrid. Very impressive from Switzerland. Coached by Susanna de Angelis Minicini, mum of Giorgio Minicini. And they look very relieved and very happily that their team have got through. Also coached by Pamela Nicod. But the team really did help with the choreography as well. And Switzerland have a very good foundation when it comes to the free combination routines. It was actually developed a number of years ago, the concept of free combination, by Sister Solera from Switzerland, because he wanted it to be creative. He wanted it to tell a story, not be too serious. So it's very much around the artistry, which is a great concept, especially for the youth, as they're just coming up into the sport, to have a little bit of solo, a little bit of duet, but the team as well, the camaraderie behind it. They chose the horror movies theme because they love watching horror movies, and they think it's a big step as part of growing up. And everyone needs a bit of courage that you need when things get really scary when you're watching those horror movies. The choreography was done with the team, as I said, at a training camp. So they were very excited to have the opportunity to create it together. They're a new group of athletes. Well, I was very impressed indeed with their swim. I thought they put it across well. And the way it sort of mingled between the duet and the solo as well. It was very slick on the choreography, the whole architecture, the way it was put together. All very important, particularly for the artistic impression score. So let's hope it's a clean swim. The difficulty was 33.45. It's a great sport actually for learning how to work as a team, being there to support the rest of your team members if perhaps things don't quite go the way you want it to, but being there to celebrate success together when it goes well. It teaches you a lot of discipline along with incredible fitness, and the fitness that will stay with you for a very long time after you finish competing. The flexibility you need is like a gymnast, but on top of that you also need to be able to hold your breath for a long time. You need to have good spatial awareness, to know exactly where you are compared with the rest of your team members. So much goes into it. A slight reduction in the difficulty, but not much at all. It's still a very good result for Switzerland, putting them second. They've got over 200 points at 208.7085. Quite a deduction on the synchronization of 14.5. But strong artistic impression, and I would agree with that. But puts them in second place behind Spain. European Youth Champions 2 years ago, the team from Italy. The theme is the story of the great love of Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent that marked the history of the Ottoman Empire, a theme that they have used before at senior level. They start with a difficulty of 38.475. Changes and also bonuses for being in full synchronization, every member of the team. Onto the platform, using the support, but unfortunately that hasn't worked for them. So they need to regroup, put it behind them and carry on. Nice timing from the duet. Now the hybrid that the soloist has to do. Staying nice and centered within the team. Very nicely held. And technically look strong. Well, apart from the one error on the acrobatic move, it did look like a stronger performance there. If the acrobatic moves don't quite come off and it goes to base mark, it doesn't impact quite as much because, for instance, a degree difficulty for a platform acrobatic move could be around about sort of a 2.35. So that 2.35 would reduce to a 0.5. But a hybrid could be as much as 7.3, and if a mistake is made, that goes to a 0.5 as well. They already have one medal in the men's free solo. He's not taking part today in this free combination, but Andrea Garuti took a bronze in the men's free solo earlier today. The idea behind the theming of the Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent was a dream of a charming and sensual East, full of mysteries and tragedies amidst the intrigues and glitz of Harlem, Topkapi. They have a large support team. Yes, they have a very big team of coaches. There's actually 4 in total. Silvia De Palas, Carolina Camardella, Giorgia Mazzariella, Carlotta Di Mario. But not all of them are able to be up on the stage with the athletes. It is a maximum of 2 coaches, but great that they have so much support. So their difficulty was 38.475, as we have a chance to look at some of the highlights again. Technically, they look very strong, I thought, on the hybrids. They had a lot of height, a lot of definition. There wasn't any blending of the moves within the hybrids, which is good. Makes it a lot clearer for the judges and the technical controllers. But of course, they will be looking at that platform lift. So the difficulty is 36.625, so just a small drop. Very good on the synchronization, only 7.6 deduction, 246.4803. The base mark was indeed on the acrobatic move, but that didn't impact much at all. Very well done, Team Italy.
Presenting routine number 5, France.
The team from France, the 5th team out of 10 to swim, are just about to take to the stage. Their routine, One More Time by Daft Punk. They have the 2nd highest degree difficulty at 41.325. It's a popular starting position. Beautiful, so much height. Brilliant. 2 connected moves to start. They look very confident. The soloist, 7.6 difficulty for her hybrid. Again, a technically very strong team. Excellent body lines. And very definite on the moves. The duets hybrid is here. 6.9 difficulty with a nice connection to finish. Oh, slightly losing it on the balance. There is some leeway. working well as a team. Superb flexibility, just slightly falling backwards. Perfect spacing on the connection. Well, very impressed with the artistry and also the technical skills on those elements as well. An excellent performance from Team France, who must be very, very buoyed up from the results they had from the solo this morning. Roman Temasek taking the gold in the free solo for women, and Maceo Van Hey de Dieu taking the gold in the men's event as well. So much support from them here. And there's Vergier de Dieu, multiple world champion, here to support Maceo Van Hey de Dieu, her son, who took the gold this morning. Up to 2 men are allowed in the team events. That is a new ruling that came in fairly recently and is also applicable for the Olympic Games this year, which of course is being held in Paris, and it's only a couple of months away. So great excitement for all of the team. The senior team obviously will be competing in that Olympic Games, but they will get lots of support from everybody involved in artistic swimming here. The team very much enjoy doing the robotic moves. Their presentation was good. You can see the shoulders nice and high and really looking at the judges. Good to see a mixed duet in it as well. And again, swimming so close together, which is great to see and creates a very good impact. They were 7th at the World Youth Championships last year. That was held in Athens as well. They train individually and then got together as a team, but only had 4 weeks together. So it's crazy the standards that you can get to. But what I loved about the routine is the enjoyment that the athletes really showed. It's 2nd place at the moment. There is a deduction on the difficulty from 41.325, but nevertheless a very strong score indeed of 256.8229. Just 7.6 deduction on the synchronization errors. So they had a base mark on the 5th hybrid, I believe. I think I'm hearing that correctly, in which case I think that might have been the duet. The team from Bulgaria is 6th to swim. Their difficulty is 25.7. The theme is Dark Cloud. Music by Temen Oblak. Represents Bulgarian folk music. It's performed by the world-famous choir. body nice and straight on that balance before going into the split. And now nice contrast for the soloist. Quite a major error there on the synchronization. Hopefully she did complete all of the moves though. On the final platform. So overall in that routine you could probably see that the moves were slower than some of the other teams that we have seen, and that's because they aren't yet at the stage where they have really strong technical skills, so they have to take their time to be able to then execute the moves well enough not to get base marks, hopefully. I was saying that it was Bulgarian folk music. It's a world-famous choir and the mystery of the Bulgarian voices. It's the first time that they're performing as a team in this competition. They haven't got that much experience, so they haven't been in the European Youth Championships in this event before. And it's only the second year that Bulgaria have entered an official national team. But last year they did finish 12th at the World Youth Championships. Naturally, some of the members of the team are different. So they had 25.7 as their difficulty. Personally, I would have liked to have seen it a bit more light-hearted. The athletes looked very serious throughout the performance, partly because that's how it's been choreographed, but also partly maybe because nerves came into it. But it's good to have a bit more on the facial expression to really look at the judges during the performance. And also it's important to make sure that the hair is tidy, that the gelatine that they use has set on the hair so we don't have any small bits coming down around their faces. It can be a little bit off-putting for them. But really great to see them competing here at this European Youth Championships. Coached by Galina Andonova, who also did the choreography, and She is assisted by Irina Dimitrova. So it's a 5th place for Bulgaria. The difficulty is reduced from 25.7, as you can see, but very large synchronization errors. If something goes wrong in a hybrid, if one of the athletes misses things out, you get a base mark and you also get a double whammy because you get a lot of synchronization errors as well, as we can see here. But it's 138.0585 for Bulgaria. That puts them behind Switzerland and ahead of Estonia.
Please welcome the team number 7, Bulgaria.
Very much an up-and-coming country when it comes to artistic swimming. They took their first ever gold medal in the figures competition yesterday. That will be actually presented to her after this competition today. There's a difficulty of 31.85, and the theme is street dancing. Bonuses for full synchronization with all the athletes here. Just slightly out on the timing. Very nice on the rotations from the soloist. Very nice execution from the duet. Just a few synchronization errors just at the end. And straight into the balance. Really nice musicality. Well, they are improving such a lot. I've thoroughly enjoyed watching them here, both in competition and in training as well. And what a moment it was for them yesterday, the soloist there, Selin Hermolec, making history, taking gold in the first ever title for Turkey. That was in the figures competition yesterday, so she will be awarded her medal a bit later on today. having a busy time being in this free combination team as well. But you could see that they really enjoyed doing this performance with their facial expression. The music, I thought, really suited them. It was fun. It's called Tetris. They have been together for quite a long time, so it's really good to see them coming up through the rankings. Been together for 2 years. So a good support team behind them. Okiuhalis, Razka Kukchul. She did the choreography as well. A very nice team. And making the most of the technical skills of the solo and duet as well. Certainly a fun routine for them to swim and a fun routine for us to watch. When you're really working on the choreography of something like a free combination, you can have such a lot of fun with it. The acrobatic moves, yes, they're very high risk, but it's also an opportunity to really show off the gymnastic skills and hopefully get originality into the program. So their difficulty was 31.85. That's what they'd like to see. That would mean a clean swim. Of course, they will be watching it back afterwards, watching it in slow motion as well, so they can really analyze it and continue to perfect it. Hopefully they're going to continue with this routine because it certainly has a lot of promise. So currently in the lead, Spain, 266.7168. 10 points behind them are France, 256.8229. And then Italy currently lying in the third place with 3 more teams to compete. So for Turkey, they have got a base mark. The difficulty has gone down. Slightly too much on the synchronization deductions as well, so need to work on that. But it's a 5th place, 190.7772. So they can speak to the difficulty technical controllers afterwards to understand why they got the base mark. And you always learn from every competition that you're in. A wonderful welcome for the team of Greece, as expected. They are really pushing up the difficulty, 47.075. If it's a clean swim, this could be a very high score indeed. The theme is gears, the music Volante. Can they do enough to get on the podium today in the team free combination? Nicely up into the platform, steady on the support, and very nice on the dismount as well. packed full of content, so many surprises to appeal to the artistic impression judges. Need to be careful of the timing here. They'll be getting very tired. Well, the crowd loved it. Did the judges feel the same? I certainly very much enjoyed the performance. I did feel that there were a few little errors that came into it on the synchronization. You have to be so careful if the feet are choreographed, as they are these days a lot, and if they're not done at the same time and they're not done correctly, then that even counts as an error as well when it comes to the synchronization. But I really loved the choreography, and they really find the music very much motivates them. Believe it or not, they've only been together for around 4 months. They were silver medalists at the World Youth Championships last year, and that was also held in Greece. They were bronze medalists at the European Youth Championships. Not necessarily the same people in the team, but as a country they get the silver and the bronze. Can they go one more and take the gold today? They already have a silver from the women's solo earlier. Is Mini Karavazali, who was in the team today as well, so she has had a very busy day. Welcome back by their coaches, Anastasia Gitsova and Natalia Chenetska. So the score to beat if they want to be right at the top of the podium is 266.7168. Very steady on the platform there, and really making sure her head was right out at the end as well on the dismount. Just little synchronization errors coming into it, but technically a strong team. If it's a clean swim, as I said, they're going to be very difficult to beat because they have really pushed up the difficulty. About 6 points more than any other team. But with that comes risk as well. Has that risk paid off for them? Spain first, France second, Italy third at the moment. So need more than 246.4803 to be on a possible podium place with 2 more teams to swim. Beautiful costumes as always, but naturally looking a little bit anxious. Is it going to be a celebration for Greece? The longer it goes on, the more anxious, of course, they will be coming. It's called the kiss and cry area. Let's hope in a moment there'll be lots of happy faces. But obviously the technical controllers are looking at something at the moment. As I say, if there are some base marks, then they can get feedback afterwards. And actually you can appeal it. You have to pay for that appeal, and then it is taken further and studied. And the appeals have been won before. And if you win the appeal, then you do get the money back. Let's hope there won't be any of that for Team Greece, and that it's a clean swim. But as I say, they've taken the risk because they've pushed it so high on the difficulty. They must feel that their athletes can cope with that difficulty. Oh dear, what a shame. The difficulty has been reduced by 20. Fourth place, so off the podium. So 3 base marks on 2, 8 and 9 on the elements. So a big disappointment for them. That was on 3 of the hybrids. The acrobatic moves were fine. A total score of 228.400. Behind Italy, ahead of Switzerland. Two more to compete. This is the team from Croatia. They have 4 13-year-olds in this team. The theme is Cipollino, from the Adventures of Cipollino. I hope I've pronounced that correctly. And they start with a difficulty of 31.55. Very nice on the half rotation. Nice spacing between them and 1 pattern change. Nice presentation from some of the team. They are quite spread out compared with some of the other teams. Need to keep it as tight as possible and not drift out. But good on the pattern changes. Very nice on the airborne acrobatic move. As we move into the duet. Just need to be careful a little bit on their alignment, but nice on the rotations. Slightly falling off the acrobatic move, it looked like, just at the end. The soloist, just 1 hybrid from the solo and the duet to count towards the element score. Just a few errors coming into it on the synchronization, but a very effective pattern change there into the circle. And finishing right at the very end there with the combined acrobatic move, the team from Croatia. It's an international debut for 7 of their swimmers. Many of them, as I say, are swimming for the first time this year in competition. So I hope that they are really enjoying the experience and learning from it as well. I think on some of the facial expressions and the presentation, you could see that some were very confident and positive throughout the performance, and others looked a little bit nervous, which I guess is to be expected when they're very new to competing. But that's something that they continue to work on. Also, staying a little bit closer together on some of those patterns would be good. When they're not training, they get on very well as friends as well and love going to pancake bars together. That sounds like a very good idea. And they also love to rest in a dark room, apparently. That's how much hard work they put in their training, that they feel that they need to do that. Croatia was 7th at the European Youth Championships a couple of years ago and finished 11th in the World Youth Championships. But obviously, a lot of these swimmers have changed since then. Coached by Ivana Lukak and Lana Pajihan. Choreography by Anastasia Arkhip-Ovoskova-Ia. So quite a bit in the lead at the moment are Spain, France and Italy. Fabulous performances from the three of them. Greece coming fourth at the moment. Naturally, they will be disappointed with the base marks that they had. Means that they are off the podium. Their score 228.4, so about 18 points behind third place at the moment, but still about 20 points ahead of Switzerland. Apologies that the scores sometimes take a while to come through, but the judges and the technical controllers need to make sure it's right, and it's been confirmed. The difficulty of 28.5, so not much of a drop from 31.55. Just a 9.2 deduction on the synchronization errors, and it's the 6th place for Croatia, 195.9709, and that puts them ahead of Turkey and behind Switzerland. Congratulations, Team Croatia. And of course, their coaches.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome routine number 10, Israel.
The last routine, the last team to swim. And that's left to Team Israel. This is their Spanish dance routine. They've been training together for 2.5 months for this competition, and they start with a difficulty of 31.75. Very sharp with the movements and really presenting it well. Two pattern changes within this hybrid. Remember, there's bonuses for that. And swimming really close together, which is great. Very controlled on the balance, but I felt lacked a little bit of impact. We move on to the duet hybrid now, just to the left of your picture. Now on the right. Just needed to be careful on the timing there. And now the soloist. I would have liked to have seen the soloist starting a little bit closer to the team there. Good on the sharpness and the definition. Always a crowd pleaser, that acrobatic move. Three pattern changes in this last hybrid. Just needed to make it a little bit clearer right at the end what the pattern was. I felt that one of the athletes was slightly out of position there, so I wonder if that will affect that final hybrid. We will have to wait and see. The music, the Spanish music, a very popular choice with Israel. They've used it for a few years now with their seniors, but it is fantastic music to work with. So they've only been together for 2.5 months, so that is not long at all. They did come 6th at the World Youth Championships, and some of the athletes that were in that team are competing here as well. Coached by Eti Levy-Cohen and Alexandra Kunin. They used to swim together, so they have plenty of practice and they know how it feels to compete at an international competition. The choreography by Anna Tades and Svetlana Blecher. Anna Tades has helped so many countries with their choreography over the years and has so many great successes. And she herself swam in the Olympics back in the 80s. I like the idea of the costumes being all different colours. And their presentation, the way they put it off, was very good. Pattern changes, as I say, needed to be clearer. And they need to continue to work on their height, on the execution, especially with 2 legs out of the water. Some of them were sort of just on the knee or below the knee. And as you get more experience, you want it to be higher than that. Mid-calf is what you're ultimately aiming for, but that takes a long time to get that much height with 2 legs out. So Spain lying first, 266.7168. France second, 256.8229. And for Israel, it's a 28.50 on the difficulty, so a small deduction. As I say, they've only been together for a very short time, so that's why you've got these synchro errors. It's a 6th place, 204.7232, behind Switzerland and ahead of Croatia. So not quite matching the fourth place that Israel had in 2022. So that concludes the competition today. And here is confirmation of the scores. Spain taking the gold, France the silver, and Italy the bronze. So we will be back shortly. We will have the medal ceremony for the free combination and also the medal ceremony for the figures competition held yesterday. Tomorrow morning we continue with the women's duet event and also the mixed duet event. That starts at 10 o'clock local time, and then the final event, the free team event, at 6 o'clock local time tomorrow. But great to see 10 teams competing here in this free combinations. The top countries, well, they were here for the podium places, but some of the teams very much here for experience, and I'm sure they've enjoyed it very much. Stay with us for the medal ceremony. So we have the medal ceremony for the team free combination. My apologies for the delay. With 10 in each team. It's quite cozy up there on the stage. So for the free combination, the medals will be presented by Noam Sri, the European Aquatics General Secretary and Bureau Liaison. And he is supported by Kyrios Giannopoulos, President of Hellenic Swimming Federation and European Aquatics Vice President. So Italy taking the bronze medal, their second bronze of the day, having taken bronze in the men's free solo as well. 244.480. The gold medalists from 2022, now taking the bronze. Always a special moment after all of the hard work to receive the medals. France taking the silver medal to add to the 2 golds that they won in the solo events this morning. Their routine full of robotic moves was very impressive indeed. For a score of 254.8229. Good to see that it's a mixed team. In total in their squad they have 4 men competing. It's really starting to grow the participation of males. Their routine, the stairway to heaven. That stairway has taken them directly to the top of the podium. A magnificent swim for a total of 266.7168. They won the silver at the European Youth Championships 2 years ago. They took a bronze at the World Youth Championships, and Spain now take the gold. Confirmation, the gold going to Spain, the silver to France, and the bronze to Italy at these European Aquatics Youth Artistic Swimming Championships. Being given these beautiful flowers as well. And now we move on to the medal ceremony for the Komen Cup, which has been combined with this event. It's for Mediterranean countries, alongside the inclusion of a couple of other countries as well. So the medals will be presented by Noam Sly, President of the Komen Cup, and Mama Constantini, President of the Komen Medical Commission. The order hasn't changed. It is exactly as per the European Championships. Italy taking the bronze. So the silver medal going to France. Always nice to receive not one, but two medals for the same performance. It's not usual for the Komen Cup to be combined with the European Youth Championships, but it's just the way the schedule worked out this time. So Spain taking their second gold with a score of 266.7168. 11.8 points ahead of France in second place. place, taking the silver. More work to be done tomorrow for these athletes. Some of them will be participating in the duet events, but most of them will be competing in the team event as well. So confirmation for the Coleman Cup, Spain taking the gold, France the silver and Italy the bronze. So now as well we should have the medal ceremony for the figures competition which took place yesterday. So now the medalists for the figure competition which took place yesterday.
Secretary of the European Aquatics Technical Artistic Swimming Commission,
The medals being presented by Mary Kavakiglu, the Secretary of the European Aquatics Technical Artistic Swimming Committee, and Paolo Solo, European Aquatics Delegate. Spain, Lily Goltareri Oldham, 81.033, taking the bronze. Charlie Sandrine Beck being awarded the silver medal. Well, a historic moment for Turkey in artistic swimming. The first time they have officially won a title. They've had a medal before, but it's never been gold. Many, many congratulations to Selin Hermeric, who finished first with 87.3332 points out of 187 competitors. So gold to Turkey, 82.6909. What a moment for Selin Hermelic. And now we present the medals for the Komen Cup. Medals presented by Noam Zrai, the president of the Komen Cup. So the medalists remain the same as the European Youth Championships, but this is for the Komen Cup. Lily Gualtieri Oldham, 81.0333. Sandrine Beck, silver, 81.1152.
With a score of 82.690, representing Turkey, Selena Bulgaria.
And Celine Hermeric, 82.6909, takes the gold. Nomzwai now being assisted by Mama Constantini, President of the Komen Medical Commission.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of Turkey.
So confirmation, gold to Turkey, silver to France, and a bronze to Spain. And the medal now being presented.
Congratulations to the medalists.
So after the photos, for memories to last a lifetime, and no doubt about that. What a moment it was for Celine Hermeric, taking a historic medal for Turkey. We'll be back tomorrow for the duets and the mixed duets. That starts at 10 o'clock local time. So please do join me for that. From Andrea Holland. Oh, okay, we have some more medals to come out. Apologies for the men's figures.
The medals will be presented by Nami Karakioglu, Secretary of European Aquatics Technical Artistic Commission, accompanied by Paolo Solo, European Artistic Delegate.
So medals presented once again by Marie Kavakiglu, Secretary of the European Aquatics Technical Artistic Swimming Committee. And alongside her is Paolo Soro, European Aquatics Delegate. The bronze to Timothy Mathis Godefroy, 71.7636. Many congratulations. Successful day, or couple of days for him, as he was in the free combination as well. The silver for Spain, Enrico Sanchez, 72.70. Also took a silver in the solo event earlier.
2024 European Aquatics champion for the men figure event with a score of 76.554, representing France, Matteo Van
And the gold medal to Matteo Van de Dieu, his second gold of the day. A score of 76.5545. What an impressive artistic swimmer he is, just 13 years of age.
Congratulations to the medalists that can remain on the podium so that I can start announcing the official medal ceremony for the Poland Cup 2024 for the men figure event.
Yes, many congratulations to the medalist for the European Youth Championships in the men's figure championships. And we now move on to the ceremony for the Coleman Cup. Medals presented by Kyriakos Glagiomenopoulos, President of Hellenic Swimming Federation, assisted by Mama Konstantini, President of the Coleman Medical Commission. Timothy Mathis, Dufour, he gets the bronze medal again at 71.7636.
Second and silver medal with a score of 72.700, representing Spain,
Enrico Sanchez Aguilar, he takes the silver, 72.7. Van de Dieu, what a talent he is. Taking the gold, 76.5545. the son of Virginie Dedieu, multiple world medalist and Olympic medalist too. Only just turned 13 about a week ago. So the Coleman Cup, France taking the gold, Spain the silver. And France the bronze. Please do join us again tomorrow. We start at 10 o'clock local time. From me, Andrew Holland, it's goodbye for now.